somebody's from Strathmore University here. We were holding a discussion about artificial intelligence at Strathmore University. And I said this, I said I'm a disruptive thinker. And I said, okay, you are IT experts. Who's IT? You are spanner boys and spanner girls for Google. Yeah, because you are not in control of the technology. So you may be doing things, you have said, oh, cloud. Who's cloud? Are you in control of the cloud? Today we are all on website. Whose website? Who is controlling that website? A church here can be turned off like this. So in order, and this is the Pan-Africanism that I'm talking about, let us appropriate that technology and begin to control it from Accra. The Chinese have done that. Weibo, TikTok. But we have not. We are still gleefully Google. Google. Cloud. You can be switched off like this. My Twitter account. That's not your Twitter account. Elon Musk sitting in Seattle can do it like this and you're finished. But what our IT at the university, I want to hear that there is a collaboration, because right now, Professor, you know, within East Africa, we have university, you vice chancellors meet, both in Kenya and in East Africa. In West Africa, it's the same. I want to hear that one of the things you are talking about now is IT. Because we are going into the fourth industrial revolution, the fifth industrial revolution, and we are talking artificial intelligence. But are we in control? Are we in control of the drone technology? We are just consumers without being in control. And
throughout history, there's always been the same question. How come black people don't seem to get further on the economic scale? This is a question with multiple answers. First comes slavery. Second, not knowing our history. And last, not sticking together. There's a beautiful African proverb that we unfortunately seem to forget. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. This quote still stands for today. If we as black people want to get higher on the economic ladder, so where do we start? Well, by supporting black-owned businesses. Money is not the solution to our problems, but a tool to build our own economy. The time is now to support black-owned businesses. Black Economic Network, where black-owned businesses come together.
The reason why I used equity crowdfunding for fan base is because I didn't want to make this personal success. Because all those other people that own the platforms, there's like 10 people and they worth billions and billions and billions of dollars. Yeah. The reason why I said, no, go invest. So you can own part of the platform and scale it up. Yeah. You can have equity in this platform and scale it up. Yeah. That's the reason why I did this, because individual success is dead. No shade to none of these conferences that bring people on stage that said, I made it and you can make it too. That serves nothing for the black community. Individual success from the black community is dead. It is not going to get us out of the wealth gap. It's not going to pull us out of the wealth gap. All it does is it creates a pool of wealthy black people that really align more with elitism and tend to be over on the side of things that work against black people because they're not hooked into the problems that we're hooked into. So it's like, I get it. I can show you how to make, bro, we want to escape the black wealth gap. We have to be investing in tech companies that leverage black culture to survive. So anything that you can think of that needs black people to work, which is the music business, which is DJ and music culture, which is social media. If we don't own those infrastructures collectively and scale them up to hundreds of billions of dollars, I don't mean $1 billion or $2 billion. I mean 100, 200, 300, $400 billion. Because remember, Africa is about to get on the internet. They're coming on the internet. 60% of Africa is under the age of 29 years old. Once they get the internet, that is 2 billion black people that are going to be on social media. And whoever owns the infrastructure to the platforms that have those people are going to make billions and trillions of dollars.
Well then, I grade. We need ya, oh,
remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your contacts. Thank you.
Break up all the circles and the chain. Hey, no, this could never be no man killer. Good for my head, so me call it as the man healer. When me ill, you know me never need a painkiller. It's quite exciting, me call it as the man chiller. Give me good man, so me not think illa. What a inspiration, fit on a sound killer. Feed the pagan, me spark it like a 9 miller. Fi fight the liquor and the coke, ganja and the pillar. That's why me need some herb in me brain. So bring the medication for my brain to heal the whole of the nation from the pain. Break up all the circles and the chains. I need some herb in me brain. Bring the medication for my brain to heal the whole of the nation from the pain. And break up all the circles and the chains.
Greetings again, brothers and sisters and cousins of the other races who support our struggle for economic equality with the other races. I am going to, in this segment, I'm going to give a brief update on what we have been doing to working on this social media platform, or more precisely, this video sharing platform. I've done a number of videos, segments about it in the past. I did the previous update about a month or two ago. And the first thing I want to mention now is that we have changed the name from AfriExImBank to Pan-Afrikan-Tube. Basically, that's the main change, because this name, Pan-Afrikan-Tube, I think it's more appropriate for the content that we intend to put out in this video sharing platform. I also said in that update that the other video sharing platforms, well, they're commonly called social media platform, but video sharing is the more specific kind of social media platform. So I said I would find out, do more research on the ones that I saw, or the other video sharing, the other Afro-owned video sharing, both in continental Africa and diaspora, and owned by continental Africans and diasporan Africans. The first one is Kweli TV, and Kweli is the Swahili word for truth. And this social media
platform is based in the USA. Its coverage, it covers 25 plus African countries and the Caribbean, as well as the Afro diaspora, including Europe and Latin America and Australia. Quality TV is the strongest platform for content from many African countries and the diaspora. Number 2, the second one is Afroland TV, and this is based in the USA and Nigeria. Number 3, Mansa TV, USA based. Number 4, BOP TV, meaning Black on Purpose TV. And this one is based in South Africa. It's one of the oldest Black-owned video networks in Africa, over 10 years old. Number 5, the Black Tube, USA based, and this video sharing platform, users can upload videos, and it's the closest to a Black YouTube. Number 6, Noir TV, and I think Noir means black in French. And this one is based in the USA. Number 7, Fanbase. And Fanbase is founded and led by Isacc Hayes Jnr, who served as its CEO. It is based in Atlanta, and it's a social media platform founded in 2018, owned and operated by Isacc Hayes the third, son of legendary soul singer Isacc Hayes. Number 8, the Zeus Network. Based in the USA, it targets millennials and Gen Z by giving popular social media influencers and creators it targets young people who are influencers and creators of reality style TV. Number 9, the last one I found, is Key TV. It is also based in the USA, and it spotlights a new generation of creators, both in front and behind the camera. I am pleasantly surprised by the number, because I think most people, including myself, just the beginning of, I think it was sometime last year when I started with the Pan-Afrikan-Tube and was doing research that I came across. At that time, I only saw 2 or 3. But it's not well known that there are social media platforms, and specifically video sharing platforms, owned by continental Africans and diasporan Africans. And on previous YouTube videos I made, I show people on YouTube, content creators, saying there are none, and they got frightened, especially when African Stream was kicked off by YouTube and Facebook and so on for saying something against the US government. That's it for now. And the reason why I think it's not known is they are not known is, I think it's my opinion. I don't know for sure. I think it's because we don't cooperate and try to help promote each other. I think we are competing against each other, and that's not That's one of my primary goals, is to encourage cooperation, cooperative economics, Ujama, Pan-African socialism. We have to work together to help each other, because the individual approach it's going to hold us back. In terms of economic equality with the other races, to achieve that and to speed up the process, we have to cooperate. So that's it for now, and hopefully the next update will be the launching.
No more lies, no disguise. Africa, rise from puppet to liberty. Just send one again. They are prayer. Goita Tiani. Run them out of Babylon. Them tell we say we're free, but still control the string. Foreign hands pulling everything. Sell out leaders, bow and scrape, while the youth them cry and the people wait. But now we see the light through your window. Traore rise like a breeze from the Congo. Him not take order from outside, and him chant truth from the heart of the land. Hey, African pride, wear it on we chest. We not bow down, we never settle for less. They are here to lead the rest. Other puppet ruling to righteousness. African pride, deep in our soul, a liberty call, and we answer the role. HRA step bold, him carry just scroll. Babylon falling, Africa all. Me say the time come fi reclaim we name. No more puppet playing them colonial game. No IF chain, no fake campaign. We taking back every mineral vein. From Alisal to Ghana gold. The story of Africa now get told. By we, for we, with no apology. This revolution it a fi holy. The African pride, fire in our veins. We tear down fences, we break them chains. The Traore is here, him now play games. Film speak with thunder, him calling names. African pride, we walk upright. From darkness we step into light. No more puppet showing a daylight. We stand strong for we birthright. Babylon system pack up and flee. Mama Africa don't plant the tree. Just in truth, unity. No more sellout presidency. Traore rise like wind through the drum. Puppet time done, freedom come. We not sit back, we stand and run. One Africa, not just some. The African pride, I like the sun. We come together now, we move as one. Let Traore is here, the work just begun. We march on till the victory done. African pride, feel it in our heart. We were all from the very start. Traore lead with sacred art. From puppet to liberty, we take part. Traore, Goita, Antiana, hearts of land. Lead Africa to their promised land.
In one of the most landlocked, water-stressed countries on Earth, a nation on the edge of the Sahel, hundreds of miles from any ocean, something is happening that sounds almost like a contradiction. They're farming fish. In the desert. Not by some miracle, and not by accident. In quiet corners of Burkina Faso, in cement tanks and floating cages and ponds dug into dry earth, thousands of tilapia and catfish are being raised for food. And here's the part that makes this story so powerful. Many of the people leading this quiet revolution are women, rural women, and women who fled their own villages with nothing, now turning small, carefully managed pools of water into protein, income, and hope. This isn't a story of desperation, it's a story of intelligence, of a country that looked at its scarce water and decided to use every single drop twice. And it's backed by one of the boldest national food campaigns on the continent, a government push under President Ibrahim Traore that has put fish at the very center of the fight for Burkina Faso's food sovereignty. On the water itself, the government leaned into floating cage aquaculture, placing large mesh cages directly into the country's existing dam reservoirs, so no new water is needed. At the Samandeni Dam, around 180 cages were installed, with an ambition of eventually reaching tens of thousands of tons a year. At the Bagre Reservoir, a program known as Dumu Kafa brought together 44 private fish farmers, with the potential to produce around 1,500 tons a year. In early 2026, a new site launched at Dori in the north, stocked with more than 150,000 young fish across 22 cages and targeting 200 tons annually. And there are now floating cages operating on a dam right inside the capital, Ouagadougou, fish being raised in the heart of the city, site by site, reservoir by reservoir. The map of Burkinabe aquaculture is filling in. What's worth appreciating here is the leadership behind it. It's one thing for a government to talk about food sovereignty. It's another to put fish on the national priority list, build the feed plants, cut the taxes, and stock the reservoirs. Under Traoré, Burkina Faso has done the unglamorous structural work that gives a fledgling industry a real chance, and that political will is the soil everything else is growing in. But the most inspiring part of this story isn't happening in a ministry. It's happening in a place called Nkrumah, with 12 women who refused to give up, the women who built abundance. In 2021, armed groups gave the people of 2 villages in eastern Burkina Faso an ultimatum. And so a group of women, 9 from one village, 3 from another, fled their homes, leaving behind everything they knew. They could have been defined by that loss. Instead, they decided to build something. Together, these 12 displaced women founded a cooperative in the town of Nkrumah, and they gave it a name that says everything about their spirit. They called it Samara, a word that means abundance in their language. They formally registered it in 2023, and on a small 2-hectare site, they started farming fish. It began modestly, 2 cement tanks, each holding a few hundred young fish. But the women ran it with real discipline, and with support from a development partner working on a food security project, the cooperative grew. They added 4 above-ground tanks with oxygenation systems, along with nets, basins, hundreds more fingerlings, and feed, and launched a new production cycle. Today, the cooperative is running 6 tanks with around 700 fish in production. And it's changing their lives. Their early production cycles brought in around 150,000 CFA francs. And with their expanded setup, they expected to more than double that, to at least 360,000 francs per cycle. For women who arrived in Nkrumah as displaced people with nothing, that income is transformative. But here's the detail that reveals just how clever this operation is. The women don't let a single drop of that water go to waste. Every few days when they refresh the tanks, the old water, now rich with nutrients from the fish, gets poured straight onto their vegetable gardens. They're growing onions, aubergines, and okra with it, and they have plans to expand into fruit trees like papaya and oranges. One pool of water feeding fish and crops at the same time.
The Obama Presidential Center grand opening. The rare reunion of all 4 former presidents and first ladies. A moment that Bono put to music.
46, 42, and 43.
A snapshot of the decade since they left the White House. The daughters, who were little girls then, now young women.
Oh, I got my tissue in hand.
Michelle Obama spoke of her husband's accomplishments. Emotion filled his eyes, all while delivering a gentle yet pointed defense against unnamed critics.
How absurd it is to imagine that you might have done anything but make our family and this entire country proud.
President Trump was neither mentioned nor invited to attend this ceremony. President Obama said democracy requires this.
A belief in the peaceful transfer of power after the people have spoken in fair and free elections, recognizing that in a large, complicated society like ours, no group or faction gets its way 100% of the time.
A gallery of artists came together and moved the crowd to its feet. Organizers said they wanted this to be a joyful event. Tomorrow, something new begins as the Obama Presidential Center opens to the public. Tom?
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.
Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Jamaica could soon benefit from increased investment in manufacturing and trade financing as the AfriExImBank seeks to deepen ties between Africa and the Caribbean. Speaking at the AfriExImBank inaugural Jamaica Roadshow recently, the group managing director outlined key pillars of its strategic plan for Jamaica. He stressed that industrialization is critical for expanding international trade, and countries must first produce goods before they can meaningfully participate.
We want to create industrial parks, special economic zone here in Jamaica, so that we start manufacturing what we consume, we start exporting what we add value. That is how we are going to create jobs. So our pillar number 2 closely supports our intra-African trade, because for us to trade among ourselves, we need to produce the goods that need to be traded. Otherwise, you'll be trading nothing. And that's why intra-African trade rate today is averaging around 17%, which is lowest. Intra-European trade is about 60, intra-Asian trade is about 70. Our own is very small because we don't produce locally.
The update comes after Jamaica signed the AfriExImBank's partnership agreement, which paved the way for a $5 billion financing facility for Caribbean countries. The bank also used the roadshow to outline a suite of trade facilitation and investment solutions to the Jamaican market.
Rights gonna lose for the country, the nation.
Ladies and gentlemen, it appears our effort is beginning to yield some results. It hasn't happened yet, but it's obvious someone at the very top of the government of Ghana is listening to our concerns and the protests. Some 2 months ago, if you remember, a video came out of the CEO of Goldfields Ghana, where the man mentioned of the coming expiration of their mining lease. He also mentioned of how stressful it has been for him to get a renewal done. And he mentioned of the lobbying he has to do with all the relevant state institutions in Ghana to make the renewal possible for next year when their mining lease actually expires after 33 years of operating in Ghana. You remember? Now, he thought, the white man, he thought he was whipping up the emotional displeasure of the local chiefs and possibly their mining workers to put pressure on the government of Ghana to have their mining lease renewed. That's what he thought. But he didn't realize that he was actually waking up a whole new barrage of Ghanaian youths who preferred the mining lease was actually discontinued and given or returned to the state or given to a Ghanaian mining company to operate. He didn't see this coming, ladies and gentlemen. So after nearly 2 months of shouting and making videos on this subject, including organizing a protest to the presidential seat of Ghana, we are beginning to see a glimpse of hope for our efforts. Latest reports coming from the Flagstaff House suggest, ladies and gentlemen, that the government of Ghana intends to end the leasehold of Goldfields Ghana in Takwa when it expires next year and hand it over to a Ghanaian mining company that is capable to run it. That is what is happening. Notice that this is not entirely confirmed yet, but my sources from the Flagstaff House suggest that the government of Ghana, upon the pressure from we the people who have committed to changing the ownership trajectory of that mine, ladies and gentlemen, they are actually seriously contemplating ending the leasehold of Goldfields Ghana once it expires. And they would vet a local mining company to take over. This is the information so far. There isn't any official government communication on it yet, but it's more likely we retain the mine than renew it for Goldfields moving forward, according to my sources. Now,
let us all unite and celebrate together the victories won for our liberation. Let us dedicate ourselves to rise together to defend our liberty and unity.
Remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your contacts. Thank you.